in their own homes. What makes video games so popular? Well, we search for an answer as we begin a special series on Video Fever, games people play.
Part of the fascination is the way the games are designed. Part of it is the sound.
I like the details on it. There's good details on the games.
Electronics is changing so rapidly. With each change in electronics, it brings something new. So this is not a passing fad. It's a very tough dollar. It's getting tougher. It's not easy. We all want that same buck.
Video games, in a sense, are addictive. Not like drugs, more like the need to jog.
Peer relationships, a source of self-esteem, enjoyment in life, are wrapped up in video games, just as they might be in bowling, running with your cronies with whom you run every Sunday or something of the sort. I have not met anybody who can't go through the day in withdrawal from video games.
When you walk into an arcade, any arcade, come with an open mind. An open mind is easy to expand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another First Gaming Quake Champions match. This is leg 3 of the First Gaming League, and it is round 4 if I'm not mistaken. Today we're going to have a matchup with Kaotic versus Swiftmanslayer, both in the first division, and Kaotic doing pretty well in this group so far. Not going to delay this too much further. These guys have been waiting a little while. I think they've both warmed up. Let's get into the game here and see who we've got. I see Kaotic has somehow disconnected. I'm going to just inquire and find out what's happening. Oh, he needs another invite. Kaotic has been warming up this evening. I've seen him playing a few games. Swiftmanslayer were playing a whole bunch of games earlier, having some fun. So yeah, I think both these guys are probably ready for their match. Let me make sure all my levels are correct before I set everyone off on their way. And the first map, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Ruins of Sarnath. From what I understand, this is the first forced map of this leg. Every leg has a different map, and we are just making sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going into the first round. This is map 1 of Kaotic versus Swiftmanslayer. And the first map is Ruins of Sarnath. Let's get this match underway.
Prepare for draft.
Gonna start off with some picks, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Scalebearer first, chosen from Kaotic, and Swiftmanslayer going with a bit of a squishy character, going for, I forgot her name now for a moment, Slash. Going for Slash, taking the visor, both with the visor. They're both like the wool hacks, I can assume. Visor, a very favoured champion at the moment. And last but not least, we got Ranger from Swiftmanslayer from Kaotic. I think we might see a bit of a warm-up here. This game seems to load differently. If you have maybe a better PC, better connection, that sort of thing, it seems to give you a bit of a warm-up while you run around and wait for your opponent to join the server, and then gives you 10 seconds once both are connected. So we're going to be starting off Visor with Kaotic ZA. Not using his visor to maybe suss out where his opponent is off the start, but both taking a split on the major items. And I think Kaotic's going to go over to that smaller armor, just trying to get a bit more of a stack before maybe waiting around and trying to find out where his opponent is. Both coming into contact here in the lightning gun room. Not committing to anything. Swiftmanslayer deciding rather to take it easy. Let's play a few more seconds before we start fighting too hard, and possibly losing a character really soon. I do not think there's any splash damage through that, but I guess if you don't know, it could be quite intimidating seeing it coming. Kaotic on very low health, not trying to get a fight, but seems to get 100 damage with a direct rocket to Slash. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Slash is a really, what they call a squishy character. Hasn't got as much health and armor as some of the rest. So you've got to really be on top of your control game. But she's got incredibly fast movement if you know how to crouch slide, which is her passive ability. Her ultimate being a plasma trail that she leaves behind her and can detonate to damage her opponents. Hey, Athena, just in time, man. Yeah, buddy. Kaotic vs Swiftmanslayer. You were playing with Swift earlier. Had some fun TDMs. Kaotic getting the heavy armor now, getting some good control. Slash coming and going, not quite sure where she was. Maybe above? She's skating everywhere now. The thing is, you can really hear her skate, but by the time you hear it, she's somewhere else. She's so fast. I think the Mega Halt did spawn. Let's see if Kaotic can try and get both these items. Maybe he's not too eager. Oh, he's going to go and try and get it. Slash putting up a real big fight. Gets a couple bits of damage in, but not really enough. But, you know, enough to push Kaotic back and make him rethink his situation. Oh, Slash getting some incredible rails. Hey, Crazy, how's it going? Thanks for coming by, man. We got a competition match happening here. I see. Thanks, Bones. Thanks for the updates. I'll sort that out. Ladies and gentlemen, things are looking a little tough for Kaotic right now. As you can see, he's 2 champions down. And Swiftmanslayer looking really comfortable. And just using that Slash to the best of his ability. Just getting as much speed and sliding around to try and get as much control in as possible. Which is really important again with the squishy characters. You seriously have to be on top of your game. Things about to get heated up as Slash comes in with his skates from outside the nail gun room, both waiting for that mega health, getting 100 damage to the face. Kaotic getting the rockets in. Can he get another run in? One more. There we go. He takes 1 champion down. 1 more to tie it up. And can he take the rest down to take round 1? Having a pretty decent stack. Sussing out where his opponent is. Slash waiting for the armor. I think Swift is really out of control here. Just not aware of the kind of rotation that Kaotic's got going here. Kaotic really on top of it. Got 5 seconds to go. Looking really comfy, but needs to get that extra fragging. He can't be too passive. Nice, definitely ready for a fight. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to chase down Swift. Using the orb, not getting the frag, but getting the shaft kill in and tying it up just in time for a potential overtime. Can he get this mega, maybe squeeze in another frag? They're going to meet up now, ladies and gentlemen, with the smaller armor. No, backing off through the portal. And Swiftmanslayer getting really aggressive, not wanting this overtime, but unfortunately a few seconds too late. But can he get the frag now and end it? A bit of a misfire there with the portal, unfortunately not getting any advantage. And yes, a nice shot from Swift. Well done. Taking round 1.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Round 2, fight.
We're going to be starting off with Swiftmanslayer's POV off the start of this round. Getting a lot of speed with Slash. I didn't realize he was that nippy at this character. I don't think I've seen him run around. Very interesting. It's nice to see some of these squishy characters being played again. I know for a while it was basically just a Doom Visor Ranger pick, and maybe these other characters are coming a bit more into play. Then again, I'm not too sure what the meta is right now. I know updates keep coming out and things change. Swift delaying this armor very nicely. I think Kaotic will hear this through the map. Let's just see where Kaotic's. No, you can take the armor now. I think it'll be safe. Very nice by Swift. Do not think Kaotic's going to be expecting that. Swift just really trying to just be observant. Get some angles in. Try and catch Kaotic off guard while he gets on his next rotation. He's delayed that armor nicely. Kaotic not sure when it's coming. Getting quite a few rockets, not getting the armor and getting his visor taken out. Slash still on a fair stack. Needs some more armor, but I think she can probably handle herself. Given she's right by the slide armor, and the Mega Hulk's going to be coming up really soon. Doing a really good job on this control. Paying attention. And just seriously not letting up. Oh, very nice shots. Getting some height advantage. Some vertical action and taking another frag. Taking his scale bearer off the hands. And Kaotic letting a bit of a laugh there. Probably was a bit of an awkward situation for him. Swiftmanslayer listening out for the Ranger. Ranger's right behind him. Gets a rail in. Getting another rail in. Can he get a third rail? I think he's going to have to get a couple more. And getting his third champion taken down. This is round 2 to Swiftmanslayer. And if it keeps going this way, I think it's going to be pretty quick. Let's start off on Kaotic's position while we see what he does while he's on the back foot. This is game points for Ruins of Sarnath. Can Kaotic pull a one out of the hat? He needs to either catch his opponent out or get some control at least on one item solidly, because Swift is doing an incredible job right now between the two. And Slash isn't actually going down as quickly as I assumed she would, being a squishy hero. Oh, Kaotic getting a lot of nice damage and getting the nails from the distance. Sometimes it's pretty hard to judge. Hey, Cyberman. Yeah, that was a great round, dude. Getting some nails from above. Swift not going down lightly. Gonna stand his ground as he walks back to that mega health area. No, he stays behind and gets hit by the rocket launcher. Kaotic really trying to get in with this control right now. Gonna wait for that mega health. And got another 5-second split on the heavy armor. You could probably make a really good rotation if he heads down straight away. Swift getting some damage in before he can go get the other item. Kind of rendering it null and void, as his stacks are a little off kilter at the moment. Yeah, we can get some POV of Swift. This is the last round for Swift. And he's actually down on the back foot right now. Got his Ranger left. Is Kaotic going to keep a strong hand on this rotation? Because Swift could be in a little trouble if he stays down here any longer. He's being really nice and cautious with this, with his item pickups. And not seeing Kaotic coming from behind. Picking up the armor. Can he defend his position? Kaotic removing himself from the sewers and rather padding up for another fight. He's got a really good thing coming here. Kaotic could play the clock and he'll still win. He just needs to keep the control happening. Swiftmanslayer getting the rail and taking one of Kaotic's champions down. We've still got about 2.5 minutes left of this match. Can Kaotic play it slowly and keep control? Swift not being too cautious with that armor pickup and delaying it like he was before. I think he just wants to really even up that scoreline. Getting a cheeky rail in around the corner. That was very sharp from Swift. A bit early for this armor, but between the two, it's the right item to pick up first. Can he throw Kaotic off his swing and get this mega health as well with his orb? He's actually not too much in a hurry, which is not a bad thing. He does not need the mega. That armor was great for his stack. Going in for the fight. Kaotic missing a rail. Both whipping up their rails at very close range. But is a shaft going to come out very soon? No, more rails. I think they can end it with the shaft right now. There we go. A shaft doing a lot of damage and his tracking being very good right now. Getting that more or less great stack again with that armor, but leaving the mega health up to Kaotic. He could have probably gone and got it with his orb, and he still has a chance to go get it right now if he leaves this fight. Or does he want to end it right now? It looks like he can. Done with the cheeky rail at the end. That is round 3, ladies and gentlemen. And Swiftmanslayer taking it. Giving him the first map of the series. Well done to Swiftmanslayer, and a really good match between these two. Well done, guys. As we can see on the scoreboard, we've got Swiftmanslayer taking round map 1 of the series. We will find out what the rest of the maps are in a moment. Yes, the rails were on point, Cyberman. Both of them maybe not needing to do those close range battles with their lightning guns. They both, I think at one point they both had rockets, they both had shaft, and Swift whipping up the shafts at the end and getting the kill. In those situations, especially in a competition, the rails more feel like glory kills than they do like necessary things to get the job done, and some guys need to remember that, and we all get a bit are a bit guilty of pulling the rail out at like the worst of times. But especially in a competition game, you want to try and have your weapon selection like on point. Guys and girls, Swiftmanslayer and Kaotic are ready for their second map in the series. Swiftmanslayer in the lead. Can Kaotic tie up to get to the third map and take it out of Swiftmanslayer's hands? This, again, guys, this is a division match, so this is not a single elimination or a double elimination. Everyone's playing each other in the group, and this is just for points to get into, to stay in first division or promote themselves to Premier Division for the next leg. We are going to get a kill from Kaotic. That's quite interesting. The heavy armor is situated in a bit of a crappy situation, excuse my language. Very vulnerable on the floor, many ledges looking down on it. Those grenades can do a lot of damage. In fact, you can shoot it through the wall from the other side and just flood the area if you've got quite a few on hand. So it's going to be interesting to see what Kaotic does with this kill. I don't see it a lot on this map. Well, I don't see it a lot in general, but it can be quite a favorable character if you've got nice positioning. If you've got your ulti on hand. We are going to start off on Kaotic's POV now, and it looks like he has chosen visor. Starting above the heavy armor, he's going to collect the rail first. Is he going to pop his visor? Yes, he is. His opponent probably... Okay, so off the beginning, you can probably safely assume that both guys are going to be spawning near a major item. If you're by the one major item, you could probably assume that the guy's near the other. So I would have probably gotten the heavy armor and popped my ulti a little bit later to see where my opponent's going next on his on the rotation, and trying to get a leg up in that way, rather than popping it straight away when you know he's gonna basically be by the other item store. And both guys getting some rockets in, and Swiftmanslayer getting the shaft kill, taking Kaotic one champion down. Let's get Swiftmanslayer's POV as he's in the lead right here, still getting a lot of speed with his character, and loving the movement from Swift. It's very refreshing to see some characters using some different, instead of like the VQ3 models that you know, normal strafe jumping and such. It's cool to see these different movement styles come out, and it does really give you an edge if you're on points. Got some good weapon selection coming out of Swift there with the rocket to shaft. Just doing a bit of damage to each other and parting their ways. Swift doesn't need to take a fight right now. He's comfortable on his side of the map. You can wait for the next item. It's going to be coming up in 1 second. The Mega spawned, and they're going to get a bit of a split there. Unless Swift can do something about it right now. No, Kaotic getting the armor. Can he get him out the map? Kaotic managing to stay in the ring. And Swift trying to find an angle and get a cheeky shot on Kaotic. Unfortunately, getting some damage himself. Almost nice angles, Swift. Nice angles. Can he get a rail in though? Getting a bit of a different split on the items this time. Swapping the major items. And Swift wasting no time to get in this algae room and give Kaotic a hard time. Not going down without a fight. Kaotic, can he survive? He's got the rockets out. No. And Swift surviving with 44 HP. If he bumps into Kaotic right now, he's going to be goners. What is Kaotic going to do? Doing some chip damage. Meeting up with the other major item. Not getting the damage that he really wants. And getting a pop mid-air. Taking Kaotic out. And taking round 1. Well played, Swift. That was a really nice frag. If someone could clip that, that'll be really awesome. And maybe paste it in the Discord if you guys are there. Or in the channel, I'll take care of it. Starting on Swiftmanslayer's POV. With his slash again. Getting the heavy armor. Giving his slash a decent stack. I probably wouldn't start a fight without an above full armor stack with a squishy character like this, and Swift seems to be making a good point on keeping his stack on par with his opponent. Getting the first kill with the shaft by the jump pad, mega jump pad. And Swift just hanging around. He knows that mega health's going to be up, listening out for his opponent. Definitely knows he's going to be able to get this heavy armor. No problem at all with his control. He's probably going to just pop his ulti instead of hanging around. I thought he was going to try and suss his opponent's position, but he is on a roll here and looks like he's going to make quick work of this next round if he carries on the way he's carrying on. Getting a lot of damage in. Kaotic not taking any nonsense from his slash. Swift having to slow his roll. Getting that orb damage, but can he get the frag? Kaotic in a fairly decent position with that armor, getting the shaft kill. Only needing one more frag to take the round. And Swiftmanslayer keeping his position, tying the frags up. Both players needing one more frag to finish the round. Yes, Athena, the shaft, the lightning gun is often referred to as the shaft. And if you don't know, there's like other names for, like say the shotgun. It's called the boomstick from, I think that's from Doom. And yeah, they got some other, I don't know what you could call it, but they got other nicknames. Kill coming straight in with those grenades, flooding the mega health area. Can he get it? No, he does not disturb Swift in the slightest. Swift getting that rail kill. Very nice finish, and would have taken that item either way, even if he didn't choose to fight at the end there. Keeping a really good stack. And Swift looking like he may take this map as well. A match point for Swiftmanslayer. And Kaotic having to probably play a little bit more of a cautious game, as Swift is really fast. Maybe he can just catch him out with a trap or two. Again, Slash being a very squishy character, you just got to be on top of her position. I'm going to swap over to Kaotic's POV because he really needs to play out of his skin now to just keep this round, keep it off match points, and tie up these rounds to win the map. Getting some rocket damage in there at the bottom by the heavy armor. Kaotic getting some more rails in. Can he flood with some grenades maybe as well? Giving Swift a really hard time on his rotation right now. Getting another rail in. Getting another rail in and getting the frag. That was really great. Nice distance for the shot. Pretty much the right weapon for the job right now. Swiftmanslayer making his way over to that heavy armor. Probably, yes, picking it up. Going to take the jump pad. Kaotic trying to get an angle on him, just, you know, chip him down before he goes for the next item. They're both going for the mega, with Swift retreating. Probably the best idea, seeing as Kaotic had the height advantage now. But now Swift's got a better position, which is really great to see. And pulling out the rail, but getting the grenade kills. No, getting the rail kill. Now, that wasn't the best distance for the railgun, but props to Kaotic for getting the frag. Let's see their accuracies right now. 50% coming from Kaotic, not bad. 5 out of 10 shots. Swiftmanslayer waiting, listening, and bouncing Kaotic out the map. No, Kaotic bounced himself out the map. I cannot believe it. That's got to seriously annoy him. He's gonna have to try and collect himself after that, as he's got a lead at the moment, and if he could just play it a little slower, he could take it just by default, but not even having a fight. Swift getting really aggressive with that orb, maybe even trying to come in for a kill. Both people pretty early for the next item, and definitely early for this heavy armor. And Swift getting the frag. Kaotic having to fight for his competition life at the moment in this map, having his ranger left. Swift in control, and Kaotic having to make a plan now to try and stay in this game and take the second map. Whipping out the Tribolt. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tribolt has been upgraded, I would say, and is quite an imbalanced weapon right now. It would probably be one of the better weapons in Kaotic's stack if you can try and flood the heavy armor area. Maybe set a trap. Taking a rail, leaving him on 5 HP, and Swift is wasting no time using the orb and getting the rail, taking the map 3-0 to Swiftmanslayer. That was a really great rail. After that orb and ranger dropping and then getting the rail on Kaotic's getaway, really cool. I dig that. Congrats to Swiftmanslayer taking the round, and Kaotic, really well played, my man. That was a tough game, but Swift taking it quite comfortably and taking both maps 2-0. And again, well played to Swiftmanslayer. You played really well, dude. That's giving Swiftmanslayer another win on his bracket games, his division matches. I'm sorry. Kaotic's been playing a lot as well. Unfortunately, tonight just wasn't one of his nights, and I think Swift just really concentrating on his control. Kaotic also trying to keep control, but I noticed that Swift was really on time. He was very quick, and both of them whipping out some really awesome rails at various points throughout the matches. But unluckily for Kaotic, tonight just wasn't his night. But there's some more matches to come, and there's still more points to be made. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kaotic might be the first or second on top of his division at the moment, not losing many, winning a lot of his games. So he's coming up. He may even be promoted to Premier Division sooner or later, which is really, really cool to see. I'm not aware of Swiftmanslayer's position at the moment in the division, but with carrying on playing like this, I think he will make it into Premier maybe next leg. He's playing really, really well right now. Both of these guys well played. And guys, that was another Verse Gaming match. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I will be playing a match for my Verse Gaming Division League as well, Premier Division. I'm not sure if it's going to be casted. I probably won't stream my own match because I would prefer the PC performance over the broadcast for a competition match. But I will see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we can organize something. Thanks for coming by, guys, and thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Cheers.